girls, it's Tuesday and I'm sick. But this week the topic is books. We are drinking tea and talking about our favorite books, and there is hardly anything that can make me feel as good as talking about books and drinking tea. I'm gonna start with this one, Wuthering Heights. I've read this book at least 4 times and I really love the story. Emily Bronte is an author who can really make you feel with the characters, you know, who can really make you hate the characters and love the characters. Well, in case of these books, mostly hate the characters. The plot is so complicated and it's sometimes so weird, really weird, but at the same time really awesome. And that's basically why I love Wuthering Heights. It's, yeah, one of my favorite books. Another one I have here is my copy of Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen, and I absolutely adore Jane Austen. She's a brilliant author. Her books are such a pleasure to read, and if you haven't read Pride and Prejudice, girls, I definitely recommend it because you will love it. Jane Austen is good at making likable characters that you will laugh and that you will feel with, and her characters are amazing, especially her strong female characters, which you can't not laugh. They are just, yeah, Lizzie and everyone. And with Lizzie Bennet Diaries now on YouTube, this is extremely good time to read this book. Well, and I couldn't make a video about books and not mention Harry Potter. I just brought that to Hellos because this is my favorite book and I won't talk about Harry Potter in this video. We will probably talk about Harry Potter in some other week. I just felt like mentioning it. Now I'm moving on to books that I don't actually have now with me or don't even own, and I need to mention The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Its film version just came to cinemas like 2 weeks ago, and that book is really, really good. I read The Perks of Being the Wallflower during summer, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And when I started reading it, it was more like, yeah, everyone said it was good, but I don't really feel that way. But then I really got into it, and by the end I didn't want it to end, and I love it. Charlie is a very special character, but also very likable and interesting, and the whole plot is interesting. Though all those characters are interesting. That's mainly what I love about books, characters. When the book doesn't have good characters, it doesn't matter how good the story is. I guess the characters are just one of the most important part of the book. I also need to mention John Green's books because I absolutely love all of them. The first one I read was Looking for Alaska, and when I read it, I just didn't even know what to say because that book it's my favorite of all time. It's like just amazing and I loved it. I fell in love with it immediately, and yeah, it's always amazing to read a book that is this good, but when you actually know the author, and I mean like from his vlogs and from YouTube, it's even more interesting and even more awesome. Yeah, John Green is awesome and his books are awesome, and Looking for Alaska is my favorite. But then I read The Fault in Our Stars. That was my second book by John Green that I read, and do I even need to say that I loved it? Because I loved it. The Fault in Our Stars is a very good book. It's an awesome book, an epic book, and it's a great story. It makes you cry a lot, and it makes you laugh, and you fall in love with it, and you don't want it to end. And the ending, oh, the ending. Oh. Then I read Paper Towns, which I didn't like quite as much as the other books, but I think I need to reread it. I think I need to reread it because, I don't know, I need to reread it. Oh, what else? Recently I finished Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins, who is a Nerdfighter by the way, and who wrote the first draw to this book during NaNoWriMo. If you don't know what NaNoWriMo is, I guess I should explain. It's this thing that takes place every November, and all of us crazy people, and yes, you have to be crazy to do that because it's crazy, we attempt to write 50,000 words in the month of November, a novel of 50,000 words. It sounds kind of crazy, it does, and it is very crazy, but it's also fun, and when you achieve that, the feeling is like nothing else. It's so amazing. Last year was my first year of doing that, and I achieved that, even though my novel was awful, and I felt like deleting it immediately after the end of November. But this year I have a better plan for my novel, so I'm really looking forward to that. So if you have time in November, don't wait for anything and do that, because it's fun. Well, back to Anna and the French Kiss. It's a really sweet book. I really liked it because it made me so happy. It made me smile. It was so beautifully written and so pretty and so nice and warm and everything. So yeah, that's why. Okay, I can't wait to your videos. I want some book recommendations, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I will see you next week. Bye.